Hey guys, it's Thursday, which means it's another edition of Starting Out Solitary. This week's topic is our most creative outlet within our practice. And I've taken a lot of time to think about this because there are a lot of creative releases that I have. So obviously I have a whole box of like stamps and markers and all kinds of things. And then there are pages that I work on for the book that I've created, and you guys have seen some of those in the other videos. Like here's one I did earlier for Kefi, and just in general, I didn't make the book, but I'm continuously adding to it. So this is the design that I picked out, and there are constantly like things that I'm cutting out and adding. I try not to make it look real scrapbooky, but at the same time, I'm constantly taking and molding things. The other thing that I am consistently experimenting with is different dream catchers, different herbal mixtures, and that's a continuous thing. It's not like it's not like I just make one type of mixture. I make mixtures for sleep and mixtures for increased wealth and mixtures for de-stressing. And that is a lot of herbology, really. It's a lot of learning what the different plants are. And I find that to be a creative outlet for myself, to be able to take the different herbs and their different magical properties and add them together in a way that's concise and really deeply thought out. In the same vein as herbal concoctions, combinations, I find the folklore and mythology for what's I don't know what they're called, but they're commonly referred to as things like Eye of Newt, Heart of a Dead Man, etc., etc. So I like researching and constructing concoctions by using those old folklore names that actually coincide with an actual plant. So like there are different variations, which is kind of how you come into multiple names for one type of plant or herb. But I find it interesting to spend the time to do the research and draft those different ingredients list by using the folklore name, and I find that it has an amplified power to it because of the time and energy and dedication that is taken into creating those different things. In fact, one that for quite some time I used highly prevalently, is mandrake. Mandrake has a certain appeal to it because of the way that mandrake is naturally shaped, and in a lot of the Victorian grimoire stuff and a lot of the older references that I found, it's usually referred to as X of a dead man, or like Heart of a Dead Man is the center pulp of a mandrake. Just any time that it references like dead man, usually it's part of a mandrake, and I find that so fascinating when breaking down. And for me, it's the most creative process. It's combining my love for herbs and my love for history and folklore together into something new, and out of that create its own working. And to me, I find that creative process, and then writing it down in the book, and then like painting the page and applying those different herbs to the ink, or using a color that's associated with those herbs. That whole process to me is the most creative part of my craft. So I'm interested to see what everybody else has to say, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next edition.